Dear students, in the last video we studied the potential energy of system of three charged particles, right? On the basis of that theory, you can solve the illustrations or example number 1.4. Now, in this video, we are going to see that the potential energy when the dipole kept in a uniform electric field. See, we are going to obtain the potential energy of an electric dipole when the dipole is kept in a uniform electric field. For that purpose, first of all, we will draw a uniform electric field. See, this parallel and equidistance lines shows a uniform electric field, right? Okay. See, so electric field lines are from positive to negative. So this is electric field and it is a uniform electric field. In that uniform electric field, we are going to keep a one dipole. See, here we are having a dipole. This is a dipole. Dipole having minus q charge and plus q charge. This is suppose center of the dipole. Now, the direction of dipole from negative to positive. This is the direction of dipole. Dipole moment. Dipole moment denoted by letter P vector. At any point you can draw the dipole moment. This is the P vector. Here we can draw electric field E vector, right? The angle between P and E is known as the theta, and that is denoted by letter theta over here. Theta is the angle between dipole moment P and electric field E vector, right? The force acting on the negative charge will be directed in this way, and the force acting on the positive charge will be directed in this way, right? Suppose this is the force 1 we can say, and suppose this is the force 2 we can say. So this is the diagram when the dipole is kept in a uniform electric field, right? First of all, we will write the force acting on the plus q charge. See, we will discuss about the force. Force acting on plus q charge, that is F1 equal to plus q into E, equation number 1. Similarly, force acting on minus q charge, that is F2. So this F2 equal to minus of QE, minus of Q into E, equation number 2. What is the total force acting on the dipole? Now, total force acting on the dipole, that is F equal to F1 plus F2. F1 is plus QE and F2 is minus QE, right? F equal to 0. That we have already obtained in chapter number 1 also. So this is all about the force acting on the dipole. Now we will discuss the torque. Torque acting on the dipole, that we have already studied in chapter number 1. And what is the torque acting on the dipole? That torque equal to T vector equal to P vector cross E vector, right? So magnitude of torque equal to P E sine theta. This is the equation of torque acting on the dipole. This is equation number 3. It is equation number 4, right? Now we are discussing potential energy of an dipole. So what is potential energy? Suppose the dipole is right now over here. The work done to rotate this dipole through some angle So whatever work we have to do to rotate the dipole, that work is stored in the form of energy, and that energy is known as the potential energy of the dipole. See, we will write over here the work done to rotate and a dipole through some angle. So that work done will be work done equal to torque into d theta. This is the work done to rotate an angle through the d theta. So we know that suppose this work done is very small, so we will write d theta. So dw equal to, what is t? T equal to p e sin theta into this d theta. This is small work done. For the total work done, we will integrate this equation. So integrating this equation, what will we get? Integration of dw becomes w. So p and e are constant, so we will take it outside, right? So integration of sin theta. So integration of sin theta. So theta will vary from, suppose theta, initial theta to final theta, theta 0 to theta 1. So this is the work done. So w equal to p e remains as it is. Integration of sin theta becomes a minus of cos theta, right? This is the initial angle, this is the final angle. Now putting the values, w equal to p e remains as it is, upper limit minus lower limit, minus cos theta 1 upper limit minus, right, cos theta 0, this is minus, and minus cos theta, right? So w equal to, this pe remains as it is, minus cos theta 1, this minus get plus, plus cos theta 0, right? So this w equal to, we will write p e cos theta 0. We will write cos theta 0 first, then it is minus cos theta 1. So this is the work done to carry or to rotate the dipole from theta 0 to theta 1. This work done will stored in the form of energy, that's why this w becomes u. So u equal to, we can write p e cos theta 0 minus cos theta 1, right? So this is the potential energy of dipole. Now we will see the different cases over here. For that purpose I required a board, so you just copy down this first, then we will see the next. First of all, copying this equation, see what we get, u equal to p e cos theta 0 minus cos theta 1. Suppose initially, the dipole is at an angle theta equal to pi by 2, theta 0 equal to suppose pi by 2, and we are rotating it up to the some angle, suppose theta. So from pi by 2 to theta, so theta equal to, theta 1 equal to, right, theta, right? Initial angle is pi by 2, and after rotating it up to the theta 1, so that equal to a theta. So putting the values over here, you will get the equation u equal to p e, right, cos theta 0 equal to pi by 2 minus cos theta. Theta 1 equal to, we are putting only theta. So u equal to P E cos 90 become cos pi by 2 becomes 0, right? Now cos cos theta. So cos theta will be right. Suppose cos theta over here like this. Multiplying it, u equal to 0 minus P E cos theta. So finally your equation is minus of P E cos theta, and you can write AB cos theta means what? It is a P vector dot E vector. So this is your final equation for potential energy of a dipole, right? Okay. U equal to minus of P vector dot E vector. For the different cases, case number 1, suppose if theta equal to 0 degree. Theta is what? Theta is the angle between P and E. Theta is the angle between P and E. Means what? Theta is 0. Means what? The P vector is aligned with the direction of electric field. When theta equal to 0, P vector will align with the direction of E. Hence theta equal to 0 means we can say that P vector is parallel to E vector. That we can say. So using this equation number suppose 5, putting the value u equal to minus of P E cos 0, right? Cos 0 becomes 1. So we will write u equal to minus of P E, right? Equation number A. Now case number 2. If theta equal to 90 degree, means what? Theta becomes 90, means P vector becomes perpendicular to E vector. E vector is along the positive x-axis. Suppose this is the P vector. Here is E vector and it is P vector. Angle between them is 90 degree. So P and E at that time perpendicular to each other. So here we will write now P vector is perpendicular to E vector. Angle between them is 90. So u equal to minus of PE cos 90. As we know that cos 90 is 0. So we will write u equal to 0. Potential energy becomes 0. This is the equation number B. And the final case number C. If theta equal to 180 degree. Theta 180 degree means what will happen over here? So P vector will be, for this 90 degree, P vector will be like this. For the 180 degree, P vector will be like this. Means electric field and P vectors are opposite in direction. Anti-parallel we can say, right? So angle between them is 180 degree means what? P vector and E vectors are anti-parallel to each other. So P vector is anti-parallel to E vector, right? So u equal to minus of PE cos 180. As we know that cos 180 is equal to minus 1. So minus of PE minus 1, it become plus PE. So what we can conclude from these three equations, from A, from B and from C, what we can conclude? For theta equal to 0 means P vector and E vectors are parallel. At that time potential energy is minimum, right? It is a maximum, it is a minimum, right? And it is a 0. Potential energy will be 0. So these are the three different cases, right? When the dipole is kept in a uniform electric field. So in this way we completed the topic over here. You just copy down this topic and we will see the next. Okay, dear students. So in this video we studied the potential energy of an electric dipole. In the next video we will see the capacitor. Right? Capacitor is a very important topic. So we will discuss the capacitor in the next video. Thank you.